George. O'Neal goes down. George.
Oh! His strongest, or one of his strongest weapons. Adams clears some space. Lamb falls down. George backs up behind him.
See, up by 1. Neither team doing anything. 2 for 9 offensively for the Pels as Paul George.
But then steers that missed shot to Adams. As you said before, the guy who best knows that ball.
By Paul George.
He's smooth.
And another steal and deflection by Paul George. And a step back.
6 to go. Grant. George. Here we go. Step back 3. He got it in the quarter. 43 for the game. This ties it right here.
And how about the step back here to get Craig off?
George checked tightly by Ingles again. They had a spirited battle, and at the 3 point
for Joe Ingles. All it takes is a touch out there, and he bumps the body of Paul George.
In there right now, Ken Felton moved this team where they get high percentage moves.
Going to get some help here from Paul George working against James.
Good defense by LeBron.
Throws it
Along with us. Patrick Patterson is in, a former Toronto Raptor and Houston Rocket. Here's Paul George.
Just because of Gobert's presence. 17 now for PG-13. George.
Is in and keep that perimeter with open opportunities.
Nice move by George. Lays it up and in.
Oklahoma City is #1 in isolation. Crossover by George.
Look at this move here by Paul George.
So
Crossover. Little love.
by Anthony is within 4. Teague, the All-Star in 2015, knocks down the free throws. George to the dish from Westbrook. Paul George gets to the rack.
As he just had to focus on that play. And you like the patience. He had the shot. He had the move. Nice little step back by Paul George.
Paul George.
Talk about just attack the rim.
George goes right at Graham.
I think Grant got a piece of it. Paul George. Crossover move and a layup
This afternoon.
And they forced him into a couple of tough shots on back-to-back possession. Oh, great move by Paul George.
On just 11 shots. Make that 12 shots. George drives on Covington. Gets inside and finishes.
Evan Turner doing a nice job. However, got collected on the screen. Paul George.
6 threes for him. 32 points for Paul George. Playing it off of Bruce.
I don't know how a guy can wipe another guy out in front of the official.
George strong follow and the block on the rookie Mitchell.
George. You got to be able to play through contact.
Patterson beating George. Oh my. You go because PG-13 was having trouble finding the range. He was 1 of 7. Oh, that's a Statue of Liberty before the flush for.
Is this PG-13? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh. By the way, trivia question, not really a trivia question.
Paul George, 9th season out of Fresno State. All-star again. What a nice Euro step. Takes it in.
2%. Well, he has it cooking tonight. Look at the crossover on Mills. Here's the contact by Rudy Gay. Look at this. Right into the lane. 3 white jerseys around him.
They're starting 3 out of 4. The Mavericks have misfired their last 3 times down the floor. Westbrook Euro stepping into
The shot clock violation.
George has 8 in the quarter. He crosses over, attacks, and scores.
It's been a long time, but he left his mark.
Paul George to step
From Paul George. And that is the end of the first.
Floor is spread. George going to cross over. Carroll.
Paul George connects. Penetration by George. Pirouettes and score.
OKC would be 8 and open at Houston if it loses here to the Grizzlies. George loses McLemore
Tonight, but consistently, he has really shot the basketball extremely well.
Paul George bottled up on our side.
As Gobert splits both free throws.
Nice spin move by George.
Finish at 6'8". Paul George upper body strength, just split the two defenders.
George spinning inside, great fake.
Run him 40 plus today. Off balance, you get a layup out.
First All-Star in a while. George against Robert Covington, great move inside. That's why he's
6-2 on second chances. George spins away from Ingles, gets him on his head.
Conversation, and I think I think people in LA, if you're living here in LA, your expectations are that this franchise is.
And double teamed already. We still got another quarter.
Yeah, that's a great point. George working against Hart.
I'll tell you, Hart.
Over Hart, yeah. Boy, great.
But this is what he wanted to do.
George takes the screen from Patterson. He attacks. He was looking for a
Bakes. We talked about it. We've mentioned it before. Very casual and loose with the basketball. It'll count if it goes.
on the floor now.
You think they know each other? They got him.
Well, actually,
and capitalizing 4 of 6 with 9 points to Paul George. Slinks to the iron. Dirk.
Paul George had a good game, scored 26 points, bouncing back from going 1 for 14 against Golden State on Saturday night.
With their injury issues taking on the Thunder.
Actually, I believe he has 5 personal fouls.
Beg your pardon, you are correct, sir.
And
Favors with 4.
That's going to keep him on the bench. George for the Jazz. Just keep cashing in.
George attacks.
George back at that free throw line with a chance for a 3-point play. Took the contact. Man, he.
Valanciunas. Nice move by George, absorbing
earlier this season with the right heel bursitis, but he's back and they're going to need his offense in the playoffs.
Hayward injury to start the game, start the season, then dropped 0-2, have a chance to do something no one has ever done. But Paul,
and see what happens. Here it is.
Oh yeah, well behind it, a couple inches behind. 3 points for Paul.
Still, Grant able to locate that pass up over his head, and then how about the body control here, Reggie?
George. Nice screen by Patterson, leaving George.
Good on a pair. The Nets lead is 13. Just over a minute to go here in the third quarter.
I like that too.
Nice backdoor pass, and then Vucevic can't finish underneath. Westbrook going to go right at Fournier.
As much, if any, here. He's got 29 now. Paul George got all the way into the paint.
Fournier on George.
Stempe.
Wow. We'll take that all day long.
Person spot in the starting lineup and in the rotation.
Say what our director Clay Armstrong said, compound. He's becoming.
Oklahoma City has found something on the offensive end. Paul George with 15. George crosses, challenges Gobert.
And
What Booker did. Absolutely.
Nice hesitation move. George.
And Paul George, just a simple eye contact between the two.
High screen right there. Here comes George into Jokic.
5 in the first half. That's the highest scoring first half of the season for the Thunder with 72.
Dale Davis would not be allowed to shoot that three. No. I mean, Antonio Davis would not have shot that three. But Dale.
Well, for his size, he's a very nice.
George, the board. Westbrook getting on the deck and causing the turnover. Fantastic hustle. George on the break. Got it.
Saved by Adams. Anthony slow getting up. Right now it's 2-on-4. George takes it in.
Flamethrower after another. George got the screen. Finds the room. Drives inside.
Defenses the players in Ba Mute and trying to play one-on-one. It's not going to work.
George drives, gets bumped, shots up, shots